Considering getting online using Vodafone Full Fibre 74, in this video we've reviewed this broadband plan based on its value for money, the router offered, Vodafone's customer service, and more to see if you should buy it. But before we begin, thanks to 3 for sponsoring this video. Their 5G hub router offers a cheap, simple way of getting online with fast download speeds, typically 150 to 300 megabits per second, although we were able to get 500 to 700 megabits per second in an area with really good 5G signal. Click the link in the description to go to the 3 website and check your 5G coverage to see if you can get the 3 5G hub at your address. So Vodafone Full Fibre 74 is Vodafone Broadband's cheapest plan at the moment. Even though it's called Full Fibre 74, it comes with a 73 megabit download speed. Not sure why they didn't just call it Full Fibre 73. And you get an 18 megabit per second upload speed. There's something a bit unique though about how Vodafone Broadband works. Once you choose a speed, you then get the option of a few different packages. There's a basic one, a medium one, and then a more expensive one, which comes with a lot of extra benefits. This most expensive package, Vodafone calls Pro 2 Broadband. You can get it with any of their deals, no matter what download speed you need. And then no matter which of these you choose, you can then decide whether you want to include Vodafone Extra, which comes with Apple TV, including Apple's TV box, and unlimited anytime landline calls. You can also choose whether you want a 12-month or 24-month contract, which is nice to see. And then if you're a Vodafone Pay Monthly mobile customer, you can save a little bit of money per month once you log in. So does Vodafone Full Fibre 74 offer enough speed for your household? 73 megabits is plenty for couples, singles, and small families. But if you have kids who are online all the time, you might want a bit faster speeds. On our website, we have a broadband speed needs calculator, which we've linked to in the description. So let's check when Vodafone Full Fibre 74 is appropriate, or when you might want faster download speeds. So let's say you're a couple, and you're online a decent amount, doing lots of different internet activities, and sometimes you're online at the same time on different devices. According to the calculator, you should be looking at a minimum download speed of about 62 megabits per second. So in this case, Vodafone Full Fibre 74 would be a good choice. But let's say you have 2 kids who are also online a fair bit, so we'll increase this to 4 and then hit calculate again. In this case, you'll probably need more download speed to avoid issues such as buffering or having the internet feel slow when lots of people are online at the same time. So something like Vodafone Full Fibre 150 would be a better choice. But how does Vodafone perform in the real world when it comes to download speeds and consistency? You'll notice you get a 37 megabit per second download speed guarantee, which is basically the absolute minimum that your speed won't drop below, or Vodafone will fix it for you. If we compare to BT for example, their minimum speed guarantee on their similar 74 megabit per second plan is similar, but a bit lower. So you can expect Vodafone to be very consistent, and you get a slightly better minimum speed guarantee than you do with BT, although the upload speed at 18 megabits per second is slightly lower than what you get with BT. Overall, the speeds on offer from Full Fibre 74 are good, and Vodafone is pretty consistent, but you may want a slightly faster plan as a large family. From a latency point of view, Vodafone Broadband and their Full Fibre 74 plan perform really well. You can generally expect a ping of about 10 to 15 milliseconds. The exact amount will depend on whether Vodafone is using the Openreach network or the City Fibre network where you live. These are 2 different underlying broadband networks that Vodafone takes advantage of in different areas. The other thing your latency depends on is the router you get, which depends on which one of these 3 plans or types of Full Fibre 74 plan you choose to get. We'll talk about the router a bit more in the next section, but if you get the Ultra Hub router, you can expect a better latency over Wi-Fi, especially at longer distance. So as we just mentioned, the quality of the router depends on which Full Fibre 74 plan you choose to buy. Their basic router is actually a pretty good bit of kit. It's called the Power Hub. You can see that's what you get on the basic Full Fibre 74 plan, as well as the medium one. It comes with Wi-Fi 6, which is a pretty good Wi-Fi standard, better than what you get with BT and Plusnet's routers for example at the moment, and it can more than support the download speeds on offer from Full Fibre 74. But if you choose a Pro 2 plan, you get Vodafone's Ultra Hub router. This is one of the best routers on offer from any broadband provider in the UK at the moment. It comes with Wi-Fi 6E instead of Wi-Fi 6, giving you even better signal and speeds. This technology is actually pretty expensive, and it's probably the reason why you pay quite a lot more for Pro 2 broadband with Full Fibre 74 compared to just the basic option. So this is the router here, but you also get this signal booster from Vodafone with a Pro 2 plan. This can be quite helpful if you have a large house, or if it's a bit of an odd shape, like a 3-story terrace or something, maybe with a loft conversion, to just help you ensure you get perfect signal in all rooms of the house. And this little thing here is a 4G broadband backup device. It comes with a Vodafone SIM, and then if your fibre connection ever goes down, it'll connect to the Vodafone 4G network to keep you online. Essentially, from a Wi-Fi point of view, Vodafone is really good, and their router is pretty high-tech, especially with the extra mesh node that comes with it. The only downside to this router is it only comes with 2 usable Ethernet ports, so you might need a switch or something like that if you want to plug a lot of devices into the router. So once you buy Vodafone Broadband, how good is their customer service? To find out, you can look at these Ofcom reports where they survey customers of major broadband providers, and they also look at their internal data about numbers of complaints to see which providers have the best and worst customer service. So if we look at broadband complaints, Vodafone doesn't perform amazingly. They're third last at the moment, a bit less than 50% above the industry average in terms of number of customer complaints. So this is complaints over time for Vodafone, and you can see it is coming down, although it did spike up again last year, and it's nearly at the lowest point it's been for a while. But if we change to look at EE, it's generally a lot lower, although it is spiking up again, and it's a similar story with BT here. Unfortunately, Vodafone Broadband doesn't have the best customer service on the market. Other providers like EE and BT are normally a bit better choice if you want the best possible customer service. Click the links in the description to go to the Vodafone, BT and EE websites to see which offers the best value for money when you're watching this. The downside to BT is their router is nowhere near as good as the ones that Vodafone ship, but with EE, their default router, this black one here, is pretty similar to the basic Vodafone router. It comes with Wi-Fi 6, and this white router, which they offer on their fastest plans, comes with Wi-Fi 7, meaning its Wi-Fi performance is even better than the Vodafone Ultra Hub. So is Vodafone Full Fibre 74 good value for money? So it really depends which of these types of Full Fibre 74 plan you choose to buy. So let's look at their basic one. It's £24 a month at the moment with no upfront fee. And if we come to the BT website, their similar plan, which comes with the same contract length, is quite a bit more expensive, even though it comes with this worse Wi-Fi router, although you do get a bit better customer service on average with BT. So let's compare to Plusnet as well, because they tend to be pretty cheap. They're cheaper than BT at £28 a month instead of £30, but Vodafone Full Fibre 74 is still a much cheaper option. So if you like the look of the basic plan, Vodafone is really good value, even though their customer service isn't perfect. But what about if you go for their Pro 2 plan, and you're comparing it against other premium providers like EE? So it's £37 a month at the moment, and EE's sort of similar plan is £30 a month. But with EE, you only get their Smart Hub Plus router, this black one, which only comes with Wi-Fi 6, but Vodafone gives you this Wi-Fi 6E router, as well as a signal booster, and their 4G backup device. So we think Vodafone Pro 2 broadband is decent value for money, given what you get with it, but it's just not quite as good value as the basic Full Fibre 74 plan. Remember, click the links in the description to see what deals Vodafone is offering on Full Fibre 74 when you're watching this, and also click the links to the BT, EE and Plusnet websites to see if they offer better value when you're watching this. There's a lot of things to like about Vodafone Full Fibre 74. On the basic plan, the monthly cost is really competitive, there's no upfront fee, and you can even get a further discount on this as a Vodafone Pay Monthly mobile customer. And despite the low cost, you still get a pretty good Wi-Fi router that comes with Wi-Fi 6. Just Vodafone is let down a bit by their customer service at the moment. It's not terrible, not the worst on the market, and not as bad as Virgin Media. Typically, when you ring Vodafone, you'll be able to connect to a real person pretty quickly, and we're about 95% sure, based on our interactions with them, that their team is UK based. Just they tend to get quite a few complaints, according to Ofcom. But despite this, they offer consistent speeds, low latency, and with their Pro 2 plans, you get just about the best Wi-Fi router on the market with the possible exception of this Wi-Fi 7 one that EE is shipping on their fastest plans at the moment. Remember, click the link in the description to come to the Vodafone website and see what deals you can get from them at your address. And if you have any questions about Vodafone Full Fibre 74 or choosing a broadband provider more broadly, leave us a comment and we'll respond as soon as possible.